Hello once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, with two reveals today. First one is another Entertainment Earth box of goodness. But before we do that, I actually did a little errand today. I went to Target. I did a Target run and picked up a few items for the house, household goods, some groceries, and I just thought, man, let me go check the toy aisle and see what's over there. And while I did find they have a decent Star Wars line right now of stuff. There's some Black Series, there's some vintage collection, there's some retro collection. There is some Micro Galaxy Squadron or Galactic Squadron or whatever they call it, and a few other items. That was great. Didn't see anything that either I wanted or that I didn't already have on pre-order, so I kind of skipped that. But then I went over to the regular toy aisle, and hanging from the peg was another one of those retro Indiana Jones figures. This is Belloc. These are, of course, the retro re-releases of the original figures. I don't remember if I had Belloc. I think I did. So this is more of a nostalgic purchase. I do not collect a lot of things. If you see my videos, you'll see that I do not have a tremendous amount of non-Star Wars items, but I do dabble in an occasional individual item once or twice. And the Indiana Jones line, I am a fan of Indiana Jones. As I said in my previous couple of episodes ago, I do feel that Indiana Jones is a not so distant cousin of Star Wars. So, just because a lot of the same people, a lot of the same effects, a lot of the same artisans work on it. So there is just this similar vibe. So I've always felt that Indiana Jones is just kind of, I don't want to say necessarily in the same universe, but you know what I mean, something like that. So I did in fact collect some of these retro figures. Will I collect all the Indiana Jones figures that are coming out soon? Probably not. I wasn't going to do the whole series of Black Series figures. I got the Indy figure and that was going to be it. But now I realize that first they have the chase where you try to put the Ark of the Covenant together. So I may try to get all those. As far as the retro figures, I've kept it to if it's in the store, if I see it in the store, perhaps I'll pick it up. So lo and behold, here was Belloc in his outfit. Now some have been complaining that they released this Belloc and not the regular Belloc, the one with, just his regular kind of white suit and fedora and stuff. Because that's really the Belloc we see for most of the movie. But I like this one. There's a little bit more to it. There's a little more to the outfit. And I think that's probably why they did it. They felt they could justify the purchase a little bit better. So there we go. So Belloc, of course, these are, this is the back of it. These are, of course, going to stay in their package for now. I had them loose when I was growing up, and it's fine. But for the ones I keep, I will keep these on their cards. So good job with that. So I'm happy about that. Now let's get to our Entertainment Earth. Can't really tell what it's going to be, so we will just get right to it. Can't always wonder vintage or Black Series, and I almost never guess it right. So I stopped guessing. It looks like it is vintage, but it's a twofer. So that is awesome. Okay. And again, I know that these are available to me to look, but we got, all right, Cassian Andor 267. Cassian Andor. This is the Aldhani mission. Okay, so this is Cassian wearing the outfit. Now, I can't remember. I'll have to go look in my Andor figures if they ever released an Cassian Andor figure in or an Imperial outfit, because he did put one on for the very end of Rogue One. I can't remember if they ever released that either in Black Series or Vintage Collection form, but they have this one. Of course, it's also included. It includes in kind of an armor piece in the front of it. And again, this is VC 267. Another one that I will faithfully keep carded. And I'm getting to the point now where I have to like rethink of where I'm going to hang all of these carded figures. They're kind of, I have these I had a setup, but I never expected them to be approaching 300 figures in this vintage line. I thought they would do like 100 or 200. So it's getting harder and harder to find a place to actually display them. So I may end up taking some other figures down. And I've said, like, this is what I kind of want to keep hold of this one, because I feel like the vintage collection at the present, and with the way the state of collecting and the state of action figure collecting is, I feel like the vintage collection is, and I've said this before, going to be like the quintessential version of a figure. These are, multiple points of articulation. You got the really great face sculpt. You got beautiful card art, and you got that traditional racing stripe, which gives it, just the sense of connection with the original trilogy. And Andor certainly does that, because it kind of feeds into the original trilogy in terms of storyline. So I am hoping, as I've said in the past, I love the vintage collection. But I am getting ready to part with some of my other ones, because I don't know how many more of these I need. I mean, perhaps with Cassian like this, and any Andor figures that are from a Rogue One version of this, on the racing stripe, I'm hoping to start to eliminate and sell off some of the other collections. So we'll see. But VC 267, okay, the Aldhani mission, Cassian Andor, really cool. Looking forward to second season. Okay, and then this one is essentially a repack. Okay, it's VC 132. This is the Saelt-Marae or Marae. Okay, and what I'll do is if I can easily access, this is VC 132. So if I can easily access that, I think VC 132, if I'm not mistaken, was the action figure that came with the Jabba sail barge. So if that is indeed the case, then this is just simply a straight up repack. So I may consider unboxing this at some point, mainly so I can put him on the barge, if I don't already have Saelt-Marae, or Yak Face, as we are us original trilogy old folk remember him as. This was the figure that the infamous one that I believe was only released in Europe when the vintage collection does. I do have it. I'll see what I can gather up among my figures and see if I can just put them up in this, as an overlay here, so you can kind of see them all. Okay, so but this is one that was kind of a rare figure that took a little bit of doing back in the original trilogy days to try to track it down. I was able to do it. I believe they had a Tri-Logo card. They also had a coin card for Power of the Force. I think that one is a little bit more. They're both rare, but I think the coin one is more rare. So they have since kind of re-released them in very interesting versions and things of that nature. So anyway, so that is my Saelt-Marae. I don't even know if that's the right way you say it. Back of the card, I'm looking, and it is interesting because I believe that the back of the card is not the same as the original, this one, because they are all new figures here. There's a bunch of characters from other areas, so pretty cool. All right, so that is going to do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Stars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. I've been getting a couple of individual comments, which I'm really excited about. Make sure you continue to leave those comments, okay, folks? Because I love interacting with anybody who watches. I know we don't get a huge viewership here. There's a ton of channels. So when you do stumble across this one, I certainly appreciate you doing all the stuff, like and subscribe and everything else. Thank you so much for watching. We got some more unboxings on the way. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.